Hi, my name's JB Wagner and welcome to my channel. You don't need to subscribe or like because I'm not trying to make any money doing this. I'm just doing it for fun. And all the equipment that I talk about, I own and bought at full price. So I always like to go to the conclusion first. This is about the 10 to 18 millimeter Canon RFS lens. And it is, in my opinion, the single most important lens to own for the R50 or other APS-C Canon R cameras. This is particularly true if you're shooting video. Why? I'll explain that. First off, they marketed this camera as a vlogger content creator's camera, and then they ship it with a kit lens that's 18 to 45, which is really only as wide as 29 millimeter. It's just not wide enough for vlogging and for that type of content creation. So it's a shame this lens didn't come with the camera, as it is the appropriate kit lens. So you have to pay more. You've only probably paid $100 more for the kit lens, even though it lists for $299. And this lens, while reasonable, is $329. So why is this lens so important, particularly for video? Well, most video needs to be shot with a relatively or extremely wide-angle lens. Now, remember you have a crop sensor here with a 1.6 crop. So 10 millimeters is really 16 millimeters. Now, you do have image stabilization with this lens, and then you have digital image stabilization you can set in the body and advanced image stabilization. This camera, the R50 for instance, the R100, they don't have a stabilized sensor. What's happening is the processing chip is stabilizing the footage after you shoot it. And in order to do that, it has to crop it even further. So you're going from 16 millimeter probably to 20 something millimeter, or 20 at least. And then keep in mind, if you're going to shoot at 16 to 9 instead of the native ratio of 3 to 2, you're cropping more from top to bottom. So you need the widest lens you can get, and this is it. You need to use advanced image stabilization if you're going to vlog or walk with the camera. It improves the image significantly. So this is the go-to must-have lens. I'll provide links below to a review or two of the lens from a more technical perspective. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say you need this lens if either you're shooting video or you shoot photography and your photos, your lens, your kit lens is proven not to be wide enough. Now, if you have the kit lens and you're happy with it, this is a great pairing because you're going from 10 to 18 with the new wide-angle lens, and you're already at 18 to 45 with the kit lens. So it's seamless that way. There's no gaps. Personally, if you look at my other videos, I did a review of the full frame Canon 24 to 105, and that's what I use in addition to the wide angle. I don't really need the kit lens, but I'm keeping it because you can't get much money for it. I'm sure they're all over eBay. And, you know, so it's not worth, in my opinion, it's not worth trying to sell. Nobody's going to buy it for any decent amount of money. So this lens comes highly recommended and is, I think, an essential part of your kit.